Rise and shine, everyone. 9 o'clock on your Sunday morning. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. It's been a great weekend so far, Lindsay, weather-wise, and it's going to be heating up a lot more today.
A little warmer today. Yeah, we're going to get back into the low 80s after only being in the 60s yesterday. So already seeing that much warmer trend, and we're going to be in the 80s several days for this upcoming week.
Yeah.
Warmer weather, but also some rain chances increasing as well. So we're going to talk about that rain in just a bit. Though want to talk temperatures right now. We are running 13 degrees warmer than where we were just 24 hours ago, and we're going to continue to see these numbers climbing as we go through our Sunday. We'll talk about that wind direction because this is playing a big time role in our temperature warming trend. Right now, not a ton of wind gusts just yet. It is going to eventually become a breezy day. I more so wanted to point out the direction of our wind arrows. Now all of the wind coming in out of the south. So far this morning, you had more of a southeasterly wind component. That's now starting to change up. Eventually, it's going to be a southwest wind, and it's going to increase. 21-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Muncie right now. Most of us are going to be looking at 30 to 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts as we get into this afternoon. Of course, that's helping to warm up our temperatures. Many 60s already on the map this morning. 58 in Indy right now. It's still 55 in Richmond, but here's your warming trend for today. We're going to get back into the low 80s. Lots of dry time through this afternoon as it becomes breezy. And then into the evening tonight, we are keeping our eyes on the potential of a few stray showers moving in later tonight and then continuing through the overnight. There's your daytime highs today. Again, mostly dry through the course of our Sunday afternoon. Coming up, we'll be talking about some increasing shower chances. This will impact your Monday morning rush hour as well as some stronger storms possible Tuesday night into Wednesday.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. This morning, we're working to learn what led up to a shooting on the city's north side. So Metro Police say it happened just before 11 o'clock last night near 9th and MLK. Once on scene, officers found a male with gunshot wounds inside of a car. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now, this morning, we're working to get an update on his condition, plus learn how old he was. Police haven't released any more information, but they are asking that if you do know anything, to give them a call. This morning, we're also following up on a deadly crash on the city's south side. Police say a man died, but his wife is still recovering this morning. Take a look at this map. This happened yesterday afternoon on West Thompson Road between South Meridian and Bluff Road. Police say a driver was trying to avoid another car, and that's when they hit the couple in their own front yard. 13 News spoke with neighbors in the area who knew the couple, and they say people tend to speed down this street all the time. And now they want drivers to slow down.
Be more aware of your surroundings when you're driving, and I know that we're all in a rush, but there's no rush.
They drive down this road way too fast, 50, 60 miles an hour. I have grandchildren here. People just, they don't care about nobody but themselves and where their next destination is going to be, and it costs lives, and it's terrible.
Now, IMPD says the driver did stay on scene and was cooperative. They believe alcohol was not a factor. Well, this morning, Metro Police are also investigating a shooting in a near East Side Kroger parking lot that they say started over Pokemon cards. So this is the video of the scene around 7 o'clock last night near Kroger near Southeastern Avenue and Pleasant Run Parkway. This is just across the street from the CJC. Officers say the man shot was taken to the hospital in serious but stable condition. And right now, police are urging people to solve their problems without violence.
And it's almost like a broken record, but I consistently say when you're having problems, don't work it out with violence like this. Try to work it out by talking. If you can't, turn and walk away. Get someone to be a mediator between you. Or literally just walk away. It's not worth taking somebody's life or seriously injuring somebody.
Now, police say they did detain a person of interest. They're asking anyone with any extra information to give them a call. The Fishers Freight honored Haley Busby at their game last night. Busby went missing earlier this year before police found her body weeks later in Ohio. Her family is now pushing for Haley's Law. It would create a pink alert for missing persons who don't fit the criteria for a silver or amber alert. Pink was Haley's favorite color, and we saw lots of people wearing it last night at the game as they raised awareness and money to help get the law passed. Advocates say that it's all about preventing other families from going through this heartbreak.
Bo Busby's just really been a catalyst in the community since, everything's gone down, and really diving deep into his resources and trying to, put forth any effort that, we can just as a community to, stop, what is happening to our children.
Guardian Angels Restoration also had this specially designed car out front of last night's game to advocate for Haley's Law. We have a full breakdown of what it aims to do right now at WTHR.com. This morning, people in central Indiana are raising concerns after a stabbing at Castleton Square Mall. Police arrested a 15-year-old claiming she used scissors to stab another girl. Marina Silva spoke to the witness who stepped in to help, and now she says she doesn't feel safe.
See, there's no point in this.
That's Caitlin Keith. She's watching a video of the stabbing at Castleton Square Mall Friday night. A stabbing she saw happen in real time. Now, we are not showing the video because it's not clear who took it and the graphic violence involving minors.
I ran out to the store, like in front of the store, big old fight happening, and then I saw these 3 girls walking. The one in the middle, covered in blood, just completely drenched. And they were in shock and they just kept walking.
Keith says she jumped in to help that teenage girl. According to investigators, the teenager was taken to the hospital with traumatic injuries, but now her condition is described as stable. Metro Police say they believe this was targeted, saying 3 girls showed up at the mall to target a 4th girl who was working there.
Fights happen a lot here, but seeing it, especially a bunch of 15-year-olds, it was like, wow, that's not cool. Like, it happens a lot here. It needs to not happen here. And especially seeing 15-year-olds covered in blood, that was terrifying.
While the parking lot here at Castleton Square Mall is full, just a day later, I'm told inside the fear still lingers.
It's very, what's the word, like morbid in a sense, because like everybody, is like, oh, dang. But like people are bouncing back. I think they got the caution tape down, which is nice.
Do you feel safe?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest.
As Keith continues to do her job, she's hoping parents do theirs.
Parents are letting their teenagers come here and run wild. I mean, I was a teenager and I used to hang out here, but like when I was a teenager, we weren't fighting. We weren't trying to hurt each other. I love my job, but this place is not fun.
What was supposed to be a normal Friday night at the mall turned into fear for so many. Reporting in Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
And 13 News also reached out to Simon Malls, the owner of Castleton Square Mall. We will let you know when we hear back. New this morning out of Lafayette, police are confirming a man is dead after he was involved in a shooting with officers. The department says they responded to a call of an intoxicated person pointing a gun at another person on Stillwell Street. Police told the suspect to put down the gun, but he ignored commands and officers tried to de-escalate the situation. That's when shots were fired and the suspect died from his injuries. We're told no officers were hurt and the involved officers are now on administrative leave according to the department's policy. This investigation is still ongoing. Also new this morning, a family of 4 is displaced after a fire damaged their home. IFD sent 13 News this photo of the home on Lindbergh Drive near Sherman and the 465 interchange. The department says a 19-year-old was working on a lawnmower in a garage and spilled gas on the floor. He tried using kitty litter to absorb the gas, but it still sparked a fire. And right now it's still not clear exactly how it started. We're told the man was taken to the hospital with minor injuries, and another woman was also taken to the hospital for an unrelated condition that was heightened by the fire. IFD is still reminding people to store flammable material properly to prevent this from happening to them. Now to Bloomington, where we're learning police have arrested a man accused of starting a fire that killed 3 women. This house fire happened back in January on East Anderson Road. Investigators say a car crashed into a garage and caught fire. Deputies found the suspect injured about an hour later. Monroe County Sheriff's Office tells us that suspect was taken to the hospital. They say they were told that they will be notified when he would be released. However, the Sheriff's Office claims he was released April 1st without any notice. Deputies later arrested him on April 9th in Avon with the help of state police and U.S. Marshals. We're not naming him yet because he has not yet been formally charged. 74-year-old Mary Blake and 33-year-old Christine Rowan both died in the fire. 53-year-old Paula Anderson was critically injured in the arson and later died in February. Your time is now 9:10. This morning, a group of kids and boys at the Boys and Girls Club are safe after their van crashed in Muncie. This happened Friday, and thankfully no one was seriously injured. The Boys and Girls Club says the van was taking youth and staff home from an event when the crash happened. Multiple people got checked out at the hospital just as a precaution. We're still working to learn more on what exactly led up to this crash. The Colts hosted a football camp at their practice facility, but this was much more than just teaching kids how to throw a football. This was the Angel Tree football camp. So the Colts partnered with the Prison Fellowship. That's a nonprofit that helps incarcerated people and their families. So these kids all have a parent who are incarcerated, and the camp gives them a chance to connect with others through mentorship and football. Local churches also helped out, and more than 200 kids attended the event.